So why didn't I know about them until now? Google release loads of little minute changes week after week. And the majority of the time they don't even show, so you wouldn't even know they've happened to your Google business profile. But on the odd occasion you get one that makes a real big difference. And then like buses, they come in threes. So we've got three things we're going to look at that will make a big difference to the rankings of your business today. And they'll make a difference not just on maps, but also on the search engine itself. So in today's video, I'm going to reveal what those three powerful tips are, how you can easily implement them onto your business profile, how these new tips are going to affect your ranking to hopefully get you into the top three, and also where to go exactly in your business profile once you've logged in, so you can actually action these three things we're going to look at. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss all these new tips that are coming your way to make your business grow in Google. But firstly, why didn't I know about these tips earlier? Well, one of them was a brand new tip released by Google just last month. One was well overdue as an addition to an original feature. And the final one was just a recent guideline change that's made things a bit clearer from Google. So what are these three powerful tips that you can easily implement on your business? Well, the first one is attributes. You may have heard of attributes. They're a big ranking factor at the moment. Google loves giving new attributes out. They've just released a few new ones this week, and they will certainly benefit small businesses, as you'll see in a moment. The second one is a feature we've been waiting for such a long time. I've done a few videos on how you can get your social media showing on your Google business profile. And now Google's listened, and you can just add your social media straight on to your profile. So you can have your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever you use for your business, you can now put straight into your profile. So that's a really good benefit to our business profile, just been released in the last month. And the third one is to do with categories, and this has been catching people out. So you need to know about this because some have had even suspensions because the policy on categories has changed recently. So I'll show you that in a moment. So before we log in and actually go to make those changes, you're probably wondering though, how does it actually affect your rankings itself on those three areas? Well, attributes are particularly used when someone does a search and they're specific about the business, then it will show the businesses that have got those attributes. So for example, if you're looking for, say, you wanted to get a pizza, but you wanted to make sure it had a wheelchair friendly entranceway, then there's an attribute that if your business has registered that, it will come up. Now, one of the things that's just come through is you can now register as a small business. So if you're looking for a laptop and you wanted to support small businesses locally, rather than perhaps some of the national businesses that are in your area, that would be one of the ways in which you can filter out and see then those results. So small business is a way of really helping the small guys do well against the large guys. You can now pick and choose once you've got that attribute. And there are other attributes. There's a lot of parking attributes as well, which we'll see in a moment, that have been released. So that's how attributes, in effect, they affect your ranking because they're much more specific about what people are looking for. Now, regarding the social media part of it, well, that's something that was really complicated to do. You had to have links everywhere and hope that Google picked it up. Now that's totally gone. And the reason why this is so important and it will affect your ranking is because social media produces an authority, a trust. It shows your experience, your expertise. And those are all things I often speak about on this channel, is the EEAT, expertise, experience, authority, and trust. So if people can go and see you on Facebook and they see you on, say, Twitter or Instagram, and they see your business thriving away, that builds up an authority and trust, especially if those have been around for many years. Then that also helps build up a community. And in effect, your brand grows because you have this consistency, not just on Google business profiles and on your website, but you have it on other social media platforms too. And that all builds up an understanding of the branding authority that you have. You know, most businesses I consult with miss out on these types of little tricks. So if you want to have a one-to-one consultancy with me, then I'll put a link down below on this video, and then you can then book into my calendar. Now, the other area that we needed to cover was categories. In the past, we could say you can get as many categories as you wanted, but just get the primary category right. But actually, that's now no longer the case because Google's now changed it. It now wants very clearly defined the most important categories and the secondary categories to support that primary category. So whereas you could have about 10 categories in the past, probably 3 or 4 is going to be the maximum that most businesses will need. And the fact that Google will now actually suspend you if it thinks you've got too many secondary categories, well, that's something to be very much aware of. So you need to know more about that. So if you go into the categories section, there is a section you can read on that, which I'll show you on the next bit of this video. So let's take those 3 areas and show you how you get them. So first of all, for attributes, you need to just log in, go to edit your profile, click on more, and then there you'll see at the bottom various attributes depending on your country and your category. So for some, they'll now see, particularly in America at the moment, small business is being rolled out as a really good category. And this is useful because it can be filtered out in the results. And I think this is going to be a big one for small businesses that want to survive. But there are other ones as well, like free parking comes out, paid street parking, valet parking, so on. Those are other ones that are being released. So attributes are constantly being pulled out at the moment. So keep an eye on that section of a profile, as that will continuously be updated. How do you change your social media? Well, again, you go in, you log into your account, your profile, you go to edit profile, and there you then see social profiles. And this is new. You can see it's new here. And then you can add your links. So think of your social media accounts that are being relatively up to date. You don't want real old ones that have not been used, but something that will benefit your audience, benefit your clients. Then you want to add these in here and make it so it's like a hub. So you think of a circle on a wheel of a bike. You've got the hub in the middle and all the spokes off it. And that'll be a great place to have your social media, your profiles coming out from your Google business profile. That's really then getting in the heart of Google's algorithm into its database, and it's then showing the integration with your brand. And you may have noticed that Google's made a few changes on this account as well, and there's something you can do about that. I'll come on to that in a moment, but first let's just go to the categories. So I mentioned having maybe 3 or 4 categories as a max. There's no law on that, but to find out exactly what you need to do, if you log in, you go to your edit profile, go to the about bit, so it's near the top, and there you've got business category. And your primary category is probably the most important setting you have. So you need to make sure that's the latest version that represents your business, because they do update categories from time to time. Now, if you feel that represents your business accurately, that's great. The secondary one should just be supporting it to make it so it's as clear as possible what your business does. It doesn't mean you should just find anything that could apply. You just want to find the things that mainly apply to your business. So 4 or 5 maybe would be okay, but if you have more than that, it may start to become an issue. You can click on the learn more and that'll give you more information. But it seems that at the moment, the factor that Google's trying to cut this down is trying to make it so that businesses are more clearer as to what exactly they do. You do need to be aware of that policy change in recent times. But we also saw how Google changes things, and they change things without you knowing, and even your competitors can change things. And this is a really important part of managing your business, is knowing when things change. So I put together a video here that shows you how you can do that and be aware of changes, and also how you can stop others changing your business. So you need to watch this video next. I'll see you there.